welcome! This is Brand New Smith, live in the Forbidden Library, and today it's Tuesday. Feels like Monday, because it's actually my first day back at work for the week. So it feels like Monday. I'm so confused. But it's okay. My stream schedule's not confused, at least. Limbus is still here, and it is good. We gotta go to the beach, but there's something else we gotta do first. First, I gotta say hi to everyone. Hi, XNAM. Hi, Normal Size Fandom. Hi, Dreaming Author. Hi, Elizabeth G-Man. Hello, Nimby. Hello, Neocromancer. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's not Sandwich Day. We had Sandwich Day. Sandwich Day was Sunday. I did have another sandwich today, and it was, in fact, a basic bitch ham sandwich. But, yeah. It is. It's gonna be. Well, it's not a bus boat yet. We're making it a bus boat, so we can go fast.
저 또한 훌륭한 사람 중 하나일 테죠. 조금 웃지 마십시오.
Fast, fast. I was talking. Yeah, not a boat yet. Not a boat yet. First thing we gotta do is I have what I need to uptie my my baby boy. Let's go. Gunclair.
언더보스의 명령을 따르지 않았음에도 감히 숨을 쉬고 있다니.
Daring to breathe. Yeah. This isn't a boat, it's a bathtub. Well, we're all gonna be squeaky clean. Let's have that cutscene. You're tying who up? We're tying Gunclair up. We're gonna hang him from the ceiling. Tales from the Promoted. New promotee assigned. Express your honest and plain feelings regarding your promotion below. Excellent, remarkable. Essays will be selected and published in next month's Monthly Thumb issue. Monthly Thumb Through issue, and will be positively reflected upon your next promotion review. Hello, Nameless. That's a good name, Nameless. Can't believe it. Well put. I wish. I know this is a meme. I want it to be real. I want to believe you. I want Magical Dawn. But I don't believe you. But I want to believe you. Note. Above instructions were designed with reference to page 1271 of the Thumb Introductory Manual, section How to Encourage Your Juniors. It's 2 weeks. Ah, is that for realsies? Do you think that's Heathcliff? Do you think? 1. I love listening to the pre-training lectures from our superiors. I always make sure to stand in the foremost row whenever we line up for inspection to hear combat tips and etiquette lectures from the esteemed Capo Primos. We got a Dawn teaser today, so it should be a week. I hope so. I hope so. 1 week, 2 weeks, I want it soon, please. Low-ranking soldatos like us are always prone to making some mistakes, since we're still in the learning stage. But thankfully to the higher-ups who have taught us really well, I've not made a single mistake ever since I joined the Thumb. Oh, earlier the reputable and respected Capo Quattro, I don't dare write his esteemed name down here. Anyway, he gave us some excellent pointers and words of encouragement, so I think we can attribute much of our own growth to him. Hi, Kevlar! I'm not bald! Shut up, you! We got a teaser for the 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 teaser. Unfortunately, I could not get a very good look at his face, because it would be against etiquette to stare directly at a superior's face, but I think he is a really great person, with a cool cigar and all. 2. I enjoy getting my meals according to my station. It's very convenient how we get regularly rationed food at designated hours every single day. When my rank was just a primo, our designated meal hours were so much later than everyone else's that I felt like I was starving, but hey, I got used to it by my 3rd day here. I don't even feel hunger before it's my time to eat. When I was a kid, I always had access to food whenever, wherever I wanted, so sometimes I'd overeat or skip meals, which was probably not great for my health. This is a very, very good boy, Sinclair. This is Sinclair who's just like, structure. I love it. But I've really been building some muscle thanks to the regiment life here, so that's pretty awesome, huh? 3. I enjoy the feeling of moving forward, step by step. Not long ago, I used to spend most of my time with the propellant round cleaning duty, but I'm finally bestowed with a super important role. I'm finally on the ammo delivery duty for the esteemed capos in the field. Some of my comrades worrying about getting dragged into a fight way above our pay grade and killed by some stray blade out of nowhere, but I don't quite agree with that sentiment. I love being part of a cult that I have no choice but to love. Yay! We love it! We love it! Or else, you don't want to lose your jaw, do you? Or get shot in the foot. Nope, we love it! We love it! You can't say anything else! Wouldn't it be such a wonderful honor to get caught up in those legendary battles between people who are way above my station? Doesn't that sound extremely lucky? I think I'd consider it a great honor, even as I die. Basically, what being a VTuber fan is. Yeah, you're not allowed to say you don't like us. I mean, that would be rude. You can say you don't like us, just don't do it in the chat. 4. I'm happy here, learning about how to use a bayonet, familiarizing myself with the weapon alongside my comrades. It's a lot of fun being able to really use the actual genuine propellant rounds as I train myself how to use them. Just a few days ago, our training session consisted of shouting "bang" and moving a bit forward instead of firing propellant bullets. Oh, of course, all of those trainings were extremely necessary. The booster jerked me forward really hard when I had to use it for the first time, that it almost slammed me to the floor. It took me a while to get used to the sudden acceleration. Actually, using the propellants from the gun is vastly different from pretending there was a propulsion. It's kind of interesting how I can change the output mode to slashing too. I had no idea it was a thing back when I was a primo. The thumb of the other regions apparently used weapons like these, so I guess these propelled slashes or powerful stabs are exclusive to us. These are the moments when I feel lucky to be a part of the thumb in the East. 5. I get so excited when we get to chop the rude and discourteous people to pieces, the kind of people who don't understand their place. Whenever I got to go out on a mission, we always seemed to run into many disrespectful people. At first, I was kind of concerned and scared of having to hurt other people, but then I thought, if these people were a part of our organization, they would have lost their jaws and tongues. And what have you with that attitude? How dare they raise their voices at us? This realization sunk this empathy thing deep into the depths of my heart, and that allowed me to carry out the missions as I'm told. I think this makes the Thumb the organization composed of the most upstanding people in the city, don't you agree? Bawling their eyes out, snot and all, hanging so pathetically onto our trousers and begging for their lives. I mean, that's just plain rude, isn't it? 6. I love following orders and doing things according to proper procedures. It's what differentiates the thumb from the other fingers. This kind of has to do with my 5th point. See, I really don't understand the other fingers whenever I get a chance to talk to them. I won't get into it in case I accidentally come across as though I'm disrespecting the esteemed officers of the other fingers, but, well, I just want to say that I'm very excited for the finger bow bell. And one last thing, the thumb is where I can be special, and I am going to become someone special. A bigwig, an officer of the thumb. I just need to put in honest work, diligently climbing the ladder, and in a few years, I know I'm going to become someone really awesome. And that's everything. Thanks for reading. Soldato 2, Sinclair. What a suck-up. But that will get him far, to be fair, in the thumb. That's what you need. That's how you survive. Wonderful. Right, we can carry on now. Howdy, howdy! Now that we have leveled up Sinclair, he can now restock Heathcliff. Yay! Shall we stabbo some crabbo? Let's go. Question, how the fudge do I use support now? So edit team. How do I use support? They've changed it. I don't know how to use it anymore. Where's the button? It's on the side. Which side? On the right side. On the previous menu. Ah, found it. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Yeah, we want laments. I would like some laments, please. 6? We don't need 6? Then I don't need you, Molar Altis. Let's go! Wait, we can bring 2 now? Oh shit. I can play with my team more. I have witnessed it myself. There was, and I speak with certainty, what hath appeared to be a ball of sorts amongst the standard trash. Oh yeah, we were going to play volleyball. 'Twould be no puffery to say that 'tis true injustice to deny ourselves merriment when a ball able bodies and a beach all await us. Can we really call this a beach? Don Quixote, I told you, we're not here for a vacation. Well, that I am aware, dear Gregor. I appreciate thine advice, yet I simply do not have it within mine heart to deny such a proposal when an opportunity to bring us together presents itself. Beach volleyball! Yeah, okay. At least hold back that big grin next time, won't you? Never! Never! Oh, look! Don Quixote's smile is infectious. Yes, I am in agreement with Don Quixote. Yisang? Upon reflection, I have no memory of engaging in such a sport with my fellows. I cannot say that I am particularly talented in games of the ball variety, but this appears as a good time as any to experience it for once. So let us partake in this game. Volleyball. In this game of volleyed balls. I know! I love that, like, in the intervals they have, like, sort of shown off the character growth that each character's had. After, in Hell's Chicken, Sinclair got to show off that he, like, isn't as easily teased. And Yisang showing off that he's loosening up a little bit, and he's, like, being more present. Sheesh. We're so not ready. Ugh.
봄이나 튀기고 있을 때가
This isn't the time to play ball games. We've been slacking too much of late. Yeah, we were too lucky last time.
저번에
Ishmael was starting to practically ooze all over with an ominous aura. You could say she was sloshing. No, she's not sloshing. We're not allowed to use that word for people. Now Brownie has finished Canto 4. She will now experience the delight that is Funny Goober Yisang. Yay! Funny Goober Yisang! I love Yisang. I love all of them. They're all good, bro. He is ideal. He's always been ideal. He just needed to accept his own ideal. I do what you love. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Let's play beach volleyball.
현명한 선택이요. 내가 공을 찾아오겠네.
A wise decision. I shall retrieve El Ballon.
아, 그렇지.
Oh boy.
관리자께서 결정하신 유희다.
This is a downtime activity designated by none other than our executive manager. Everyone quit grimacing and accept it with gratitude. Thanks,
알았다고.
Altus. Get out my arse, Altus.
이다가 허리나 삐끗하지 않으셨군.
Okay. I just hope I don't pull my back while playing this game. Greg, are you really that old?
경기 규칙과 규격은 알고 있다.
I am aware of the
직접
rules and the
경기장을 그리도록
specifics
하지.
of this game, and I am aware of the rules and specifications of this game. Allow me to draw the area. There were grumbling sinners, beaming sinners, recint sinners. Their reactions were all varied, but everyone eventually moseyed out to an empty lot to play beach volleyball. It turns out removing the sadness from Yisang reveals that he is indeed a giga introvert nerd. One spreads at heart. He does! The wet cat starts to become friendly. I stretched, hoping that this activity would help break up the tense atmosphere. Sometime later...
자, 그럼 가겠어.
Now, let us commence! The field was drawn over a squelchy mudflat. The worn ball rocketed into the air with Don Quixote's serve.
이렇게 하는 것이요.
Is this how the game is played? Greg was 15 when he finished argument. Snoke Wars started 20 plus years ago. In theory, he's at least 35. He's not that old. He is. Look at this wet cat tried his best. Ishmael. Ishmael's not here. She's not here. Yisang's much more present. But Ishmael's in another country. With Yisang's nice receive, it was starting to look like we had a proper game going.
그렇지.
Yeah. You're pretty good.
으차.
어이구야.
쓸데없는 짓이요.
Meaningless. All of this.
오티스 씨.
Aldous, I think that serve would have
공못
killed me
피했으면
if I hadn't dodged in
죽을
time.
뻔했을 것 같은데.
She is going through it, Clan. She's too busy having flashbacks to have fun, and it's sad. Don't you know it's the Intervallo, honey? You don't have to start your trauma until the canto starts, right? IQ Limbus version.
훈련의 일종이다.
Consider this a part of our training. Ryoshi, I heard that. Slash. Ryoshi, you were not supposed to hit the ball with your sword. Average mandated corporate team bonding activity. Yes! They are usually about as awkward as this. I've done some of them. Ha! Forsooth! I have received thy ball!
이럴 시간에
Wasting time we could be using to study the whale's characteristics.
대호수를 건너갈
We
나침반도
don't even have a compass to guide us to the Great Lake.
젠장.
Damn it,
그
and that
자식은
bastard's
분명히
still gotta be alive
어떻게든
somehow.
살아있을 거야.
아이씨 진짜.
Fuck's sake, woman! Heathcliff, unable to stand Ishmael's attitude any longer, kicked the ball with enough force that it might burst. And the ball flew way over the bark towards the boundary separating us from the pristine beach we saw a few days ago. Oh. Did the ball just pop? Heathcliff!
네. 가시되지 않는
Most
플라즈마
certainly
잔이
has.
형성되어 있는
There
것
appears to
같군요.
be a field of plasma invisible to our eyes. That's true. Heathcliff does hate it. A field of plasma? Who put a field of plasma on a beach?
둥지와 뒷골목을
A
구분하기
barrier of sorts
일종의
installed to
장치죠.
separate the nest from the back
형식은
streets
제각각이더라도
along with the borders.
모든
Of
둥지의
every
경계에는
nest are installations
것들이
that serve the
존재합니다.
same function, though their specific methods may vary. Hello, Phantom. Ekshiki. You missed it, but they just played beach volleyball.
뻔하지. 뒷골목
Ah, of
사람들이 둥지로
course.
못 끼어들어오게 하려는
There are
울타리는
always fences
어디나
and
흔하게
whatnot to stop the
있으니까.
backstreet residents crawling into their precious nests.
그런데 말이야.
But with that
저
technology,
기술로는
they could have
흔적도 안
simply
남게 할 수도
made the
있었을
ball
텐데.
disappear without a trace
저런
instead of
단어가.
leaving it leaving a torn mess. Which gotta be mean.
보란 듯이 터뜨려
It's gotta
버려서
mean.
그것마저도
They want to
오락으로
enjoy
만들려는
watching clueless
생각인 거지.
souls be ripped to pieces, I bet.
부자들은 즐길 놀이가
Glad rich folk
많겠어.
are having so much fun with our lives. Mr. Anger Issues. You new to the game? I mean, this is like I mean, it's my first playthrough of the story, so yeah, please be good about spoilers. I'm not new to the universe though, because I played Runa. They must remind you of the class divide because we're having too much fun. Yeah, look at them laughing at us. They've been watching us through the thing. I totally would too, to be fair.
기술의 구체적인 의도나
I have
과실성에
no
대해서는
comment to make regarding the
저쪽에선
device's
말할 수
particular
있는 게
purpose
없군요.
or its sadistic nature. It
한 시간이나 걸려서
took me a whole hour of time to procure us the ball. Oh, sad Don
다들
Quixote.
정신 차려. 저 공 터지는 소리 때문에
Brace yourselves. The sound of the ball popping attracted the trash crabs.
너 이따가 보자.
We'll have a chat after this. I really thought that this could be an activity to dramatically bring us all together. It's all gone to hell. Why does this keep happening?
뭐
Isn't it about
이제는
time you got
익숙해질
used to
때도 되지
this,
않았나,
Manager
관리자 양반?
Bug? Come on,
저것 때부터
let's
빠르게
take care of this
처리하자고.
business first. Sad Quixote, I know. Can't stand Sad Quixote. Look, honey, poor people! Wow, they really are such an interesting species, aren't they? That's exactly what they were doing.
기대하고 있겠습니다. 단테.
And now they're going to be looking over going, what are the poor people doing now, honey? Well, they seem to have magically transformed their outfits and now they're fighting crabs. They're not very well, there's two of them that match their outfits, but the others aren't very well coordinated, are they, honey? No, but they do look darn good. In fact, why does one of them look like that man I owe money to? No, all of them are backstreet people. I mean, unless they hired the full staff office at any point. But even then, they'd be different people,
공로
wouldn't they? So-
지원한다. 그렇게 서 있으면 목이
I got
떨어질
Hazel Faust, I got the 2 full staff offices, I got the 2 recent thumb units. She's flush. I don't have that solemn lament though, that's a support for the record. Because I just wanted more
깔끔한
guns.
헤드샷. 그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테. 적합한
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
보답을 생각.
Thank you for subscribing, Phantom. Appreciate it.
좋아, 찬하구만. 좋아, 찬하구만.
I assume it's a quick shattering of reality, unfortunately. I don't think it would be a long magical girl transformation. We're usually in too many jams for that to be real, and this is not the kind of universe that's going to do the Kamen Rider thing of having like a shield around the character so that when the enemies attack, like, they can't attack them while they're transforming. So I can have 2 supports now, you say? So I could have Solemn Lament and someone else? But who do I want? Like, the team's very good other than that. I'd have to get rid of someone else, and I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You want other Hong... Yeah, we do have the other Honglu. That's the only one that has a magic... Honestly, that's the one that convinces me that most of them are a shattering, but then you get the odd ones, like the Soda Honglu, that is actually a magical girl transformation. Most of them are fine. Most of them are instant. Just that one's weird. And they all keep telling Honglu to stop using it, but he's like, fuck you. I love being a magical girl, and you're just all jealous. Yeah, I don't really want to use another support. I think if we start struggling, I might throw another support in there, but for now, I really like the team I've got.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한
Like, why would I ever split up my full stop boys? And then I just got Capo, Assault, and I've not long had Malfow, so why would I do? Nice to meet you too, Phantom. Thank you for calling. Thank you for subscribing.
답답한 법이지.
Is your name a ship name from
한
something?
점만 노린다. 깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 작살났다고.
의심암.
Yeah, Phantom Exiki, is that a ship?
그런 것들이 들끓을 때가 가장 취약하죠.
Soda Honglu is a good idea in a long fight
지금이
with a lot of enemies that Project Moon seems leaning towards in recent fights. That is an issue. I find a lot of like challenging things sometimes start leaning on making things a bit. He just mixed 2 names, fair enough. Respect it. Wow, what a cat creature. Sorry, but I can't make I already have one with Dante. Indeed, I am the cute cat creature. They've got a cute clock creature. What more do they need? And they get so many magical girl transformations. And we're gonna get magical Dawn! Oh, if Dawn doesn't have some kind of transformation for it, I'm gonna be so sad. We have to go full magical girl. And we still don't have the teaser for the Despair magical girl yet, do we? Despair, Roger, Despair, Roger, Despair, Roger, Despair, Despair Yisang. I know we won't get Yisang because we just got a Yisang ID, but at the same time, Despair, Yisang, Despair. Hey, Ishmael! Yes. Can we talk? Please for a bit. If Madoka made a contract with Dante instead of Cube, that series would have been real different. It would have, because then Madoka would have been able to use Godika powers without having to kill herself, because she could just use herself from another timeline. I'm pretty sure the transformation will be shown to the snake form. That's true. That's very true. I called over to Ishmael once the battle was over. Right, I've never done anything like this before. I don't even know if this is the right thing to do or what kind of result this conversation was going to yield, but I can't just sit here and watch.
네,
Yeah,
그러시던가요.
whatever. It looks to me like you've been preoccupied with something ever since we got here. You know, you're not really participating in group activities and things like that. Oh my god, that does sound so manager. I sense you're having troubles at home. Oh my god.
당연하죠. 중요한 건 따로 있는데 여기서
Is it
정신 놓고
obvious? There's
희희낙낙하고
something more
있으니까요.
important at hand, but they're all busy enjoying themselves playing this stupid game. That is really doing that annoying manager thing. He is! Is there anything we can do to help? Please remember the in-house counselling and blah 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 blah. Oh, I've had these conversations. Something more important. Is it about the Great Lake?
네,
Yes. That we, in our current state, shouldn't go there.
네.
No. Right. So, why do you think we don't have a chance against whatever is there? We're a family here! Oh, God, don't say that! That's the worst thing your employer can say to you. And I hate it.
말씀드렸잖아요.
I told
아직
you.
준비가 안 됐으니까
We're not ready.
적어도
We're going to need at
반년은
least half a year
호수와
to
그것들에게 익숙해질
acclimate to the
필요가
Great
있다고요.
Lake. And these things that, and the things that are there.
아니면 그에
Or we
상응하는
could
경험을 더
try gain more
쌓는다던가요.
experience enough to
관리자님도
overwhelm our
마찬가지예요.
disadvantages.
적어도
And
자신의
that
몸을
goes the
지킬
same
정도는
for you, Dante. You need to be strong enough to take care of yourself.
관리자님의
Which I
단련이라면
can help you
제가
with.
도울 수 있어요.
And Altis, I'm
그리고
sure she can help
오티스
you with your training too.
씨도
그럴 만한 상황이 온다면
If push comes to shove, yes. But wait, half a year, Ishmael? We don't have that much time to spare.
허비?
Really?
허비라고
Then
생각하시나요?
why are we playing beach volleyball?
지금
Because we don't have
저희가
time
하고
to
있는 짓들이-
spare.
그리고
And it's not like I'm
놀고
saying we
말씀드린 게
should just sit on our
아니잖아요.
butts and do
그저
nothing for half a year.
행선지를 잠시
I'm
다른
saying
곳으로
that we should
돌렸다가
visit other
돌아오면 되는 건데요?
destinations first before coming back here. She's
그건
telling you to grind the
불가능합니다.
mines.
모든
Go
고액의
into the
풍경가지를
mirror
파악한 것도
dungeons
아닐
with you.
뿐이고
Hello,
비포킹의
Daisy
사전
Pima,
답사가
welcome.
준비된 것도 아니니까요.
That is impossible. Not every location of the Golden Borough in the nests has been identified, and the before team hasn't completed their preliminary surveys yet.
핑계는
Excuses.
다른 잘난 이유가
I've
있다는
known for a
것쯤은
while that you've had some
오래전부터 알고
fancy
있었어요.
ulterior motive. And whatever that
그리고 뭐가
is,
됐든
this is a mistake you won't
이번엔
ever
그
forget.
생각이 참
그럴지도요.
She might be an asshole. She's probably doing this cause she cares. Like, she doesn't want to see us all massacred and... What a mess.
그러면
In that case,
적어도
we should at least
상세한 항해
map a
계획과 전투 방향을
detailed sailing route and plan out a combat strategy.
듣자 하니까
Ugh, prattling on and on. Schmel, that ain't an excuse. Frau sounds reasonable to me. Any reason to face her trauma is an excuse. It's your turn to face the trauma. We've already had everyone. Well, no, not everyone else's turn. We've had Roger, Sinclair, and Yi-Sang. It's your turn now. I wouldn't say she cares. I mean, she cares about getting out of there alive, but it's more the PTSD talking. True. Just when I thought our discussion was reaching a stalemate, Heathcliff butts in!
당신은 또 뭔데요?
What's your problem?
닥쳐.
Shut your
지금 너
gob.
혼자 개고생해?
Thinking you're the only one struggling here?
여태껏 다쳐 뒤져가면서
We've all died more
굴러왔잖아.
times than we
여기
can
있는
count.
놈들
Every
전부.
single one of us. Trauma train takes no breaks. Do.
이번에도
Oh,
결국
Greg! I forgot about
어떻게든
Greg.
될
I
거라고.
literally, yes, Greg got forgotten. Sorry, Greg. You were a tutorial, I'm sorry. So I'm telling you that'll work out again somehow.
그러니까 대호수 위에서는 그런 방법은 통하지 않는다고요.
And I'm telling you that the
관리자님이
Great
수상
Lake
단계도
is
끝이고
different. What
그것에
if the
우리가
manager
먹혀서
drowns?
더는 시간을
What if
되돌리지
that
못할 수도
thing eats
있다고요.
us and our bodies can't be recovered?
알아듣겠어요?
You don't understand.
지금까지의
This
상식으로
isn't anything
움직이다가
like we've been through so
진짜 우리는
far.
끝장날 수도
This could be
있다고요.
the end of us.
그러면
Then I
그 새끼도 못
would have
죽일
a
테고.
chance to kill that bastard. Okay,
좋아. 네 말이
let's say
맞다고
you're
쳐.
right. If we
이대로
go
가면
now,
우린 다
we'll all
돼지고
bite it.
나도 캐
And I won't be able to get get
돌아갈 수
back up.
없게 될 거라고 치자고.
Catherine?
그래서 잠깐이라도 놀면
So
뭐가
what's
좀
wrong with
장난이야?
faffing about a
그
little
망할
while?
고래 새끼들이 더 세져?
What are those whales? Work it out. What? Are those whales work it out or something?
분위기를 계속 조져놨으면 같이 어울리는
You've
척이라도 해야 될 거
you've
아니야?
been mucking up the mood
상식적으로.
ever since we got here. So, how about you use some bloody common sense to not bring everyone else down with you?
제법 웃기네요. 히스클리프 씨?
Cantor won the outcast. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Greg. You did unfortunately miss the volleyball, Benjamin. Currently, we're having Heathcliff actually kind of cheer up Ishmael, kind of, in his own weird way. That's rich coming from you, Heathcliff.
당신이 뭘 안다고
What common
30만 원이에요.
sense do you have of
고래를
the Great
만나본 적은
Lake?
있어요?
Have you
대호수에
seen a
가본 적이나
whale?
있고?
Since when are
뭘
you such a
답지 않게 이제
know-it-all?
와서 배 위의 생활에 대해서는 알기나
You
해요.
know about a sailor's life.
알 리가
Would
없죠.
you? All
팔자 좋게 자기
day
연인인지
you're
뭔지 모를
whining about
이름이나
your
중얼대고
girlfriend or
버스에
something,
기대
dozing
졸다가
off in the bus or
틈나면
throwing a
성질이나
hissy
바락바락
fit
내는 댁은
once in a while.
그만해라.
Quit it. I kind of love the energy between these two. They're both really angsty, but like it clashes against each other. I don't know. It's good.
물 아래에서 기어오는 것과 하늘 위에서
It's
떨어지는
kill
것.
or be killed
그 모든
by
것들을
everything from
죽여야
the
하고
depths of the waters to the highest of the skies, crawling and falling onto the deck. You're not wrong, JCP. You're not wrong. I can see why it's a good ship. I don't know if I like it so much, but I love their chemistry. I love this could be a top tier romantic ship or a top tier friendship as well. It could go whichever way your heart desired.
산성 태풍, 참치 쓰나미,
Innumerable
외압폭풍 같은
natural
이름도 다
disasters like
떠올리기
acid
힘든 수많은
typhoons,
종류의
tuna
호수 대들과
tsunamis, Cerebra storms, and a multiple of other terrors like the lake I can't even recall the names of.
그 폭풍 때문에 발생하는
And from the
수많은
storms,
크기의
high
파도.
waves as tall as mountains, full of
지나가면
that, those
또다시
fucking
나타나는 개 같은
monsters that
괴물들.
can wash up on the deck.
등을 맡긴 동료는
Look away for a
잠시
moment and
한눈판
your
사이에
mate,
죽어 있고
whom you've trusted with your life,
하나같이
is
미쳐
slain.
돌아가는 사람들로
Everyone
바뀌어가는
and
그 지옥
every
같은
goddamn
호수에 대한
thing
모든
goes mad and is transformed into something else entirely on that abominable lake.
당신 같은
It's something that a pathetic,
빠진 사람
lovey-dovey
물리적인
tenderfoot
반푼이는
like you won't ever understand
100번 더 죽어도 모를 일일
after
테니까.
dying 100 deaths.
그만하라고 했지.
I told you to quit it! Oh. That's true. Any relationship to Heathcliff, if it's book accurate, would be toxic. True. Yeah, I will reserve judgment. For now, I like the way they play off each other. Whether maybe not in a ship way right now. I like the way they play off. Every mirror world, Ishmael is normal. Heath boss or higher up. Not even mention that they are probably the most paired sinner in the mirrored world. That's funny. I think it's both. I think it's both a lake and an eldritch realm. Before anyone could step in, Heathcliff swung wildly at Ishmael.
너 따위가 뭐
You don't know shite about me. A prick like you.
이보게들.
Fellows. The tussle was such a blitz that no one could even attempt to intervene. Yi Sang almost looked pitiful as he stood there bewildered. For a moment it appeared as though Heathcliff had the upper hand as his fist struck Ishmael right in the jaw. Ah! Fight noises. Just as Ishmael appeared to throw a punch, she kicked Heathcliff's leg, throwing him to the ground. Ishmael, wait! In the blink of an eye, Ishmael took up her mace. She raises it high as though she could strike it down at any moment. Her arm trembles with uncontrollable fury.
그래.
Yeah,
머리통을
what you
내려치려고
do? Bash
내가
my
전에
head
했던
in
것처럼
like you did before.
죽여.
Fine, kill me.
상관없어.
No matter, I'll be right as rain in a
살아날
minute.
테니까. 나하고 다를 거라 생각한 내가 바보지.
I was a fool to think you'd be any different from me. That's what that's it. That's why they were playing off each other.
역시 다들 똑같네.
Everyone's the same after all. We like the playoffs. By that I mean the murdering of each other. I wasn't sure what caused her sudden change of heart, but it was a relief of sorts, at least. She looked at Heathcliff with her eyes wide open, and dropped the mace to the ground.
이런 불상사를 다시 보고 싶진 않았소만.
Nope. I tried to click back onto the menu and then I clicked to the top, but it did the thing. Kathy did get mentioned twice. Yeah. But it explains why he has problems with her, except sees himself in her a bit. I wish that I would not have to again be witness to such belligerency among friends.
결국
Yet such
벗들과의
quarrels
다툼은
among
피할 수가
fellows
없는 일인가?
is but inelucability, perhaps.
쟤네 보니까 우리
Now that brings me back,
저렇게
watching them
치고받고
fight.
싸울 때가
We used to
있었는데.
tussle just like that now.
누님, 쉿.
Sis, shush, shh.
단테,
Dante, I neglect to
저기로부터
mention this to
큰
you
분란이
since we
발생한
have
적은
not had a
없었기에
dispute like this since our
이야기하지는
first
않았지만
emission.
수감자들의 업무
But you
불안은
could be held responsible
실패로
in the
간주되어
future for management
추후 귀책
failure
사유를 물을 수
should a
있습니다.
similar workplace conflict arise. I mean, we tried. What the hell was I supposed to do about this? Was what I wanted to say, but I managed to hold my metaphorical tongue.
이것이 어떻게 관리자님의 책임이지?
How does the fault lie
전
with the
머저리들이
executive
멋대로
manager,
싸웠을
Faust?
뿐이지 않나?
It's those two fools who got into this senseless altercation.
그러한 일을 벌어지지 않게 하는 것이 관리라는 직무죠.
He didn't even apply for the job! Preventing senseless altercations between co-workers is a job of a manager.
이놈.
그만해요,
Stop it, everyone.
맞소.
Indeed, such behavior ill-fits the heroic nature of Limbus Company. Sinclair's hesitance, Don Quixote's attempts to diffuse, Faust's impassive voice, and Altus's increasingly rising voice in my defense. All of that combined was starting to get incredibly irritating. Stop. Guys, enough. I had no other recourse left at this moment. Ishmael, Heathcliff. What?
뭐
The two of you stop working together for a while. Distance yourselves. At least, At least until I can think of a way to deal with you two.
나라고 저 면상을 굳이
It's not like I
찾아보고
even
싶진
enjoy
않아.
looking at a mug. Okay. Thus, the mood fell into a bit as depressing as this mudflat.
자,
Okay, we have an
슬슬
approximate
폐품을
quote
모으러
now,
가셔도 될것
so
같네요.
feel free to go collecting those scraps. Yay! We spent the next few days collecting scraps with the rest of the sinners. Oof. Big oofs. That was slightly managerial. He's doing his best.
그 정도
Poor old
화력으로 우리
Dante. He's
사무소를
got
막을
so
수
much
있을 줄
going on.
알았냐? 저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
Yay, lunacy! That's lunaticity. I do not have correct words. Give me my guns, please. I want some guns, please.
죽음
Yeah,
충동
yeah, yeah,
억제.
yeah, 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 yeah,
관념
yeah. You may have had an emotional confrontation, but a quota must be met. Yeah. Go.
사격개시.
훌륭하군요.
타겟
Just
포착.
processing that whole scene.
길일 테니.
훌륭하군요.
The two of them wind each other up. Like they both sort of trigger something in the other. Because I guess whatever Ishmael's PTSD and
그렇게 시원하게
triggers
처리하니
something that Heathcliff
보는
doesn't
맛이
like, and then Heathcliff just ends up pushing her further.
깔끔한 헤드샷.
Despite being British, Bradley is running America team with guns. Yes, I am. We are gun team. Pew pew gun team. If this keeps going, I'm calling. That's always the best card to pull. If you don't behave, I'm gonna call mum.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에
You know, mum. We're all afraid of mum. Mum's the one who dishes out the real punishment.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
Luckily,
딴데.
well, hopefully they behave from here on in. We can't be
조치였습니다.
doing that. This isn't fun. I thought we were in for a fun beach episode, but this isn't fun.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을 수
Instead,
있을 줄 알았냐?
Heathcliff and Ishmael nearly
저놈들
killed each
무기까지 주어서
other.
철수하자고.
But no. I thought we were just in for some fun, but no. The other Intervallo was a fucking KFC cook-off. It was great. The days were as suffocating for them as it was for me. Well, say for Altus, maybe.
어이, 그렇게 연결하면
You there!
흡기 쪽에
Connecting
문제가
those
생기잖아.
parts will cause an issue with the intake fan.
그러면 어떻게 해요? 라인이
What do we
세 개나
do
나뉘는데.
then? That's like 3 separate wires.
답답하군.
Amateurish. Allow me to
직접 시범해
demonstrate.
보이지. 이런 건
This is nothing compared to what I had
내가
to do back in the
군병대들과
day
작전을 지휘했을
when I
때에
worked
비하면
with the engineering corps. Altus, who appeared to be rather knowledgeable in engineering, continued to support Molar Boatworks bus modifications. Miss Faust, do you, by any chance, possess any documentation of items that the sinners may have been partial to, or have preference for in their purse? Yisang wants to get people gifts! Ah, what a sweetie! Sweetie wants to cheer people up, but he's like, I hear people like things. Faust, do you have information on things that the sinners like? Ah!
그런 것까지
We do not keep records of such details. Yisang, as I have informed you repeatedly, it is best policy as a sinner to leave the decisions to the managers.
에헤이!
Ah! It's something like, booze and get it right, slosh to mend a broken friendship. What? Maybe you could try my secret weapon?
설마 지난번부터 계속 말하는
No way, you
킹크랩
mean
뇌수
the
담금주요?
King Trash Crab brain wine you've been talking about? Yeah, he's such a cute little wet cat boy and we love him. Yisang has gone up the rankings. Not that there really was any rankings because I love them all. But he might be sitting very close to Roger now. As an expert at building, Odysseus did participate in a great horse kind of surprise in the Trojan War. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense that Outie knows her stuff. Maybe. I see this as a two smart nerds ship, but I don't really see it too much. I'd have to see more from Faust, I
그건
think.
나도 좀 땡기는데.
Ooh, color me interested, actually.
아니,
No, I
내가
don't think
직접
I will.
물어보겠네.
I shall inquire them
고맙네.
myself. Thank you still.
안 될 것 같은데.
That'll work. Yi-sang was trying to come up with various ways to bring Heathcliff and Ishmael's feud to a close.
분.
S-Y-N-C.
아니,
No.
여기서는 다
S-I-L-O would be preferable here. Mersault's learned to speak Ryoshu.
어허. 그래.
Yeah,
손이
perhaps
아직
doing
붙어 있을
so while they're still
때
alive
그렇게
would be a
해보는
way
것도
of
새로운
pursuing
예술을
new
추구하는
direction of
방향이겠다.
art in the vein of avant-garde spirit.
고통을 더
My
가하기
suggestion
위한
is not
제안은
to inflict
아니었으며
them further pain,
그저 조리하기에
simply more
알맞은
appropriate
방향을 말한
method of
것뿐이다.
engaging in the culinary arts. Okay, who do you think gets drunk on a daily basis of all sinners besides Rogian? I wouldn't be surprised if Heathcliff was drunk every day. That's what he probably drinks because of his anger issues. Mersault could always speak. That's true. That's true.
저기
I'm sorry,
저희
but
언제
why
저녁
else
먹을 수
didn't
있어요?
you've been having the
벌써
same
그
conversation
대화만
for the last 30
30분째예요.
minutes.
레인.
Right? I'm tired. I can hear the trash
crab.
crabs going at it in my belly. Gregor, yeah. I don't know if Sinclair would.
누님, 정신 차리셔야 합니다.
Big sis, get a hold of yourself. Oh, that's true. Ishmael would have a rum stash. I don't think she's drunk on a daily basis, but she definitely has a rum every so often. It seems that Ryoshu and Mersault are trying to come up with a way to make the trash crabs more palatable. Not that I had any taste buds or a mouth, but it was starting to resemble an actual food, at least in presentation.
꼬맹이들, 그리로 튄다.
Kiddos, they're going that way!
꼬맹이!
A child! Ah,
아니요.
I am not!
싱클레어군.
Now, young Sinclair! Iglobo de Gracia!
그레고르 씨, 저는 왼쪽 다리 할게요.
Greco, take his left leg!
알았다고.
Gotcha! Huh. Most other sinners were busying themselves in hunting trash crabs and collecting scrap. They say that practice makes perfect, and everyone was already performing rather well-coordinated attacks, even without my input. I'm guessing that means the coup de grace. As for Heathcliff...
와, 그레고르 씨, 불쇼라도
Oh,
보여주시는
Gregor!
건가요?
Are you showing off your rotisserie skills?
시. 좀 더 화려하게
Insipid. Your
휘감도록.
flames lack flair.
아니,
But
저건 그냥
wait,
타는
he's
거잖아요.
just cremating it!
빼내었다.
It has been extracted,
음식의
however, it can
상실한
no
것
longer
같지만.
serve its function as a proper source of nutrients. I think it's tied between Heath and Ish and Greg. Give it hither! I have consumed naught but 3 legs so far. Ah,
히스클리프군.
Heathcliff. Heathcliff.
뭐야 그게
Ah, oi,
저기.
that's
길잡이 그 인간이랑 면담하고 왔어.
a guy and I had a
이제-
chat.
괜찮아.
I'm okay now.
면담 맞지?
Was it really just a chat? Also, Sinclair never got drunk or drink alcohol, and Dawn don't even know what alcohol is. Correct. Risha would definitely pull out an ego in order to cook the food. Artistic. Yes, she would.
아무튼
Just drop it.
말썽은 안 일으키도록
I won't trouble you lot no
하겠어.
more. That's all.
그러니까 나도 하나.
So, spare me some nosh. I don't know if Virgilus really had a talk with Heathcliff, but I'm glad that, unlike most other times, he was here to at least get Heathcliff to calm down. But Ishmael... Dante, a moment. Well, as one-sided as this chat is going to be... Hello! As I'm sure you've already been told in brief, I conducted a little meeting with the two problem individuals. You will see that the discipline has proven effective with Heathcliff, while Ishmael's case hasn't quite been resolved. I imagine Heathcliff got the Don Quixote treatment that we saw before, because that works with wild children like them. I think Virgil is lying and he can understand his personal theory. He just doesn't want to have a full conversation, so he just pretends he can't. Or to be more precise, there is no reason to resolve it. What are you talking about? You must be asking what I'm talking about. Yes, I am! I know only the 13 sinners can hear Dante, but it would be kind of funny if Virgilus can, but he's just pretending, because he doesn't want to have a full conversation with another human being. Then he can pretend, then he can ignore you all the time. Just to make his life easier. I hope you aren't expecting me to kind of explain everything to you. You will realize on your own soon enough. After all, this babysitting and fostering nonsense is not a part of my work, Manager Dante. I know you're putting in extra work, and I appreciate it. I'd like it if I didn't have to intervene anymore. You may consider the talk I voluntarily had with the two as a small favour from me to your decent performance recently. Dante's doing his best, Flower Heart. Now, I have remaining business with fixers of Mola office. Like that, Ishmael was left alone with little progress to speak of. According to the people from the boatworks, she apparently snuck out alone late at night to make various preparations. Even when I visited her, when I found her hanging about and called to her, she didn't respond to me at all. She wasn't ignoring me, rather, she seemed too deeply fixated on what she was doing. What should I do about her? No. What was I supposed to do then? While a clear answer still eluded me, Mephistopheles' Miserere was entering its final stages. Mephistopheles of the sea! Oh, so are we entering the final stages? I mean, that is kind of true. How does Demian not count? Because, I mean, he's not a sinner and he can understand. He might be from outer space, maybe, but... I don't know if he's from outer space, but we'll find out at some point. Explaining things is supposed to be his job, but he's really lazy at his job. Because he's weird. He's the little prince, though! And I love him. I love the little prince. I was so excited when he asked for a sheep! Oh, we can take 7? Oh, we can take 7. Let's take an Ishi. Let's take an Ishi support too. Ishi. Do you have Zwei Ishi? Zwei Ishi? Zwei Ishi.
지정 보호 구역에 소요자.
Okay.
어머, 부탁드려요.
Oh yeah, and distortions, that's true. We're good with distortions. Is Damien the little prince or the little prick? Correct. Yes, both. Le Petit Prince. The sinners, save for Ishmael, gather to behold the finished product. I do behold with mine eyes the transformed bus.
이것은 버스배요.
Would one call this a bus boat or a boat bus? I think I'll go with bus boat. I believe it's called duck. A military duck. Hello, Builder, welcome.
바퀴는 어디
Little
갔죠?
tactical fanboy. Yeah.
이러면 유사 이후에는
Where did the wheels go? We need them again once we're done with Ucorp District.
쓸데없는
A
걱정.
needless concern, of
당연히
course,
배와 버스의
it
형태로
has
오갈 수
been
있게
modified to be amphibious with both a boat form and a bus form. Hello, Goober! Cinna book live stream. We're reading about Pompeii right now. We don't have time to read the other books. We'll get there eventually, though. I mean, I already read Heathcliff's. We already have that one. It lacks flight capabilities to be a duck. That's true.
그런 신기한 요술 버스 같은 일이 진짜 일어난다고?
What is this? Some kind of magic bus?
메피스토펠레스는
The myriad of
원래부터 여러
possibilities
가능성에서
Mephistopheles
나오는
holds.
각종 기능을 지닌
It
버스였어.
has Mephistopheles even
파우스트가 말하지
holds
않았나요?
means it has always been capable of various functions. Hasn't Faust expanded upon this detail once?
자자, 그쯤들 하시고
Now, enough
시동을
of that.
걸어보죠.
Let's start it up. Go! As Mika fiddled with its controls, the bus, I mean the boat, the bus boat, shuddered awake. Not yet! Huh? And spluttered off with an odd screeching noise we heard earlier.
뭔가
I
부족한 것
think it's
같은데요.
missing
형상
something.
변환 쪽 장치가
Maybe
문제인가?
it's from the transmogrifier that's messing up?
귀청
I
떨어지는 줄
thought my
알았네.
eardrums were going
대체
to
뭐가 부족하면
burst.
저런 소리가 나는 거야?
What could possibly be causing that noise? I have not read Virgilus's book, no. I think out of this lot, I've only read Heathcliff's Wuthering Heights. Fausta said it's a magic bus, and it'll do whatever the plot needs it, because various possibilities,
Mika,
obviously.
아무래도 저번에
Mika, I think it's that one part where we had to make do with what we had.
뭐?
What was that?
적당이라고 했나?
Did you just say make do?
어쩔 수 없었다고요.
Highly
그게
recommend
모자랐단
Wuthering
말이에요.
Heights. Or finding the playlist of me reading it. If you really don't want to read it yourself, you can just listen to that. But it's so dramatic. So dramatic. It's like a soap opera. It's wonderful. No, I've not read Moby Dick. We didn't have a choice. There wasn't enough parts and
원래는
stuff.
대체가 안 되는 부품이
There's this
있는데
one thing
그게-
that was supposed to be irreplaceable, but the problem is
이거 분명 엔진 소리는 아니라고 했었지?
it wasn't the sound of the engine, was
이전에
it?
마주했던 거대 돌연변이 개체입니다.
It's the gigantic
이쪽으로
mutant
오고
we've
있군요.
encountered before. It's headed this way. I am so excited for the Wuthering Heights one. With it being the only one I've actually read, I will have so much to say!
전과
I'm
같은
excited.
소리에 이끌렸나 보.
It's likely drawn here by the same clamour as before. Heathcliff and Kathy ruins everything, correct.
마침 잘 됐네.
That's good news.
저 커다란 놈.
That big
분명
boy has the
등딱지에 그
exact
부품을
part
달고
we're
있었어.
missing on its
맞지?
back, don't it? Hi, Nelly. Nelly? Nelly from Wuthering Heights, Nelly. We got robbed of Mika Ryoshu. Oh my god, we could have had Mika Ryoshu. That would have been so good. We love Olga. I'm so glad Olga's here. And she looks cute with her cut hair. It does, I guess.
누님, 아니죠?
Big sis, are you really?
맞는데.
I
그
am,
부품이
really.
비싸고 만들기 힘들어서
That's
많이들
one
필요로 한다는
expensive and
그거.
tricky to
맞죠?
manufacture part, isn't it?
근처에 있던 다른 보트 센터
Don't you remember the
직원분들도
way it
많이들
killed
돌아가셨다는 건
the
기억하고
employees
계시죠?
of the other boat workshops?
뭐야? 부품 때문이 아니라
Well,
갑자기
that's
덮쳐
because
들어온
it
거니까
crashed
그런
into
거고.
us, not because we were hunting the bastard for parts.
지금은 여기
But
우리를
now,
도와주신 분들이 이렇게
I
많이
have
있으니까.
these lads and lassies to help.
맞다. 우리 완전 거질
Besides,
때부터
it killed
보트
the
센터
people who
세우는 거
helped
도와줬던
us
분들도
start Mola
전원이
Boatworks
되셨지?
up from our bun days, didn't it?
이번 기회에 속
Looks
시원하게
like this
박살
isn't
내버리자.
just time to give it a right smashing down its noggin
킹크랩게 뇌수 담금주도 더 만들고.
and make me some wine out of its brain juice too.
누님?
Big sis,
우리도 나눠줄 거지?
could we get some too?
우리요?
12 funny immortal goobers and one giant crab. We did get 2 Olga ID somehow. I did see a Spider-Man meme thing that was like Altus, Ishmael, and Olga being like, "Who's the leader of Molar Office? It's all 3 of you." What do you mean we?
이번 킹크랩게는 명령씩이나
This
해를 묵었다고
king trash
하니까요.
crab is supposed to be a
같은
few
놈이겠네요.
years old, so it has to be the same one from earlier. Oh, that would have been funny to have a Roger Olga ID. She would have fit more personality-wise.
아무튼
But I guess they
그놈만
wanted the 2
잡아주기만
like
해결된다는
mechanics
거
to have it.
맞냐?
Anyway, all we need to do is catch and kill that prick, innit?
바로 그렇지.
Right on!
바로 그렇다는데 시계 대가리.
You heard her, Clockface. Heathcliff turned to me, visibly eager to go up and crush some
아니요.
shells.
차라리 잘 됐지
Let's
않나요?
not. Isn't this better for us? Ishmael?
나 참.
Gee, Ishi.
어디 있다가 온 거야?
Where have you been all this time?
당연히 대우수에서 버틸 수
I was
있는
making
준비들을 하고 있었죠.
preparations for our survival on the Great Lake, obviously.
고래에 대한 가이드라도
The
빼곡하게
least I can do is
만들어둬야
make an exhaustive
최소한의
guide
공부라도
on
하지
whales
않겠나요?
so you can study up on
나
it,
그런
right?
거 안 읽는 거 알면서
You know I don't read that kind of stuff.
그럼 읽을 수밖에 없도록
Then I'll
귀에
keep
못이 박히게
reminding you until
해드리죠.
you have no choice but to read it.
관리자님 보셨죠?
See, manager, we still need
저희에게는
more
아직도
time.
시간이 필요해요.
There's so much
준비해야 할
more to
것도 훨씬
prepare.
많고요. 저 킹크립게는 쫓아낼 수 있는 거잖아요. 그럼 그렇게
Leave
해두고
Damien alone.
버스 개조는 좀 더 뒤로 미루죠.
From
그렇게
where
시간이
I'm sitting,
돌면
Damien's done nothing wrong, so I'm really curious as to why you guys don't like Damien. I think the most he's done wrong is not stop what happened to Sinclair before it happened. The most he's done wrong is nothing. Ishmael, I'm not sure. My lack of memory doesn't help, of course, but I don't get what you're so scared of, or what we're supposed to be preparing for. As much as I want to respect your opinions and reflect them, I don't think this is the best for all of us, so
모두는
there
무슨
is no
모두예요.
all of us. Huh?
솔직해지죠 저희.
Let's be honest here.
지금 여기에
Is there any one
정말로
of us
모두를
devoting
위해서 희생하는
ourselves for the
사람들이
sake of
있나요?
all of us?
다들 자신만의 목표를
We all
이루기
signed a
위해
contract with
림버스
Limbus
컴퍼니와
Company for our own
계약했죠.
goals.
저도
I did,
이전번에
Yi-sang
이상씨도,
did, as we
그리고
saw last
나머지
time,
모든
and
수감자들도
all the other sinners did.
결국 자신이 이루고 싶은 걸 이루기 위한 거
Aren't we
아닌가요?
only in this together to achieve our own personal aims? That's kind of how every team works. I'm okay with Demian, but did he really need to take the time to talk cryptically all the time, course? Yeah, but he did ask for a sheep. And that made him one of my favorite book characters in the world, unfortunately. So I'm gonna defend him.
그리고 당신도
And you too.
기억을 되찾기 위해서
You're forcing
생전
yourself to
알지도
look for
못했던
those
황금
golden
가지라는 걸
borrowed
억지로
things
찾아다니고 있는
you've
거잖아요.
probably never heard of once in your life, so you can just so you can get your memories
누구보다
back.
개인적인 동기로
You have a
움직이면서
more selfish
왜
motive
모두를
than
위하는
anyone
척이신
else
거죠?
here, so why do you pretend like you're doing anything for all of us?
너 이
How
자식
dare you
감히
raise your voice
관리자니까.
against?
그만.
Enough. Virgilus, who seemed to have been discreetly listening in on our conversation, joined as though he'd heard part of it. He'd been part of it from the start. Ishmael. I believe I made myself clear during our meeting. The contract comes first.
계약?
Contract, huh?
그래요.
Sure.
여기는 회사니까.
This is a company I'm working for. Of course it does. Ishmael glared at me with a face unlike anything she'd shown before. I sensed clear hostility in her eyes.
그 잘난
Fine.
계약은 지키죠.
I'll
관리자는
abide by the oh so
당신이
honorable
시키신다면
contract.
따르기는 할 거예요.
Manager, give me your orders and I'll follow them. Does that mean Dante's the pilot? Yes, I think it does. It means Dante's the pilot. It means Dante needs to draw an elephant eaten by a python and then have everyone assume it's a hat.
그러니까 앞으로 제게
So,
바라는
if
게
there's
있다면
anything you want from
확실하게
me from now on,
말해주세요.
state it clearly.
앞으로 제가 주제넘게
I
나서서
won't get out of
무언가를
line by
돕거나
providing
설명하는 일은
unsolicited
없을
help
테니까.
or explanations anymore.
뭐예요?
What are we
저
waiting for?
집채만하게 큰 놈 죽이러
When are you going
가자는
to
명령
order us to kill
아니었나요?
that giant
명령해
crustacean?
주시는 대로 계약에 따라
I'll
기꺼이
gladly
따르죠.
obey it
관리자
as
단테님.
stipulated in the contract. Manager Dante. Uh-oh, Ishmael's gone full malicious compliance. After Ishmael finished speaking, she blankly stared at me as if awaiting my order. To which I could only reply with, "Let's go." As soon as I finished, Ishmael turned around and left the shop as if on cue. All I could do was lead the other sinners to follow her. Some people get annoyed with Deus Ex Demian moment at the end of Canto 3, especially as you saw in Canto 4. Sinners start to have the big moment at the end of their canto. Demian kind of takes Sinclair's big moment, even if we one day will get payoff for it later. I can see why people be mad at that, but I think it's okay because I almost think it's way too early for Sinclair to have his moment. For there to be such a build-up for Sinclair's potential, it would be a bit sad for it to be paid off so quickly in the story, almost. So I kind of don't mind that so much. Just then, I heard vicious sounds of crashing waves and roars of an all-crushing storm. Visions of destruction passed before me. Limbs and bits of flesh tear off the shredding storm that brings crashing waves. Ishmael clings to the ship for dear life. A behemoth of an eye is overwhelming, and all-consuming size looming over the ship watches her in silence. Perhaps this could be a clue to Ishmael's perplexing behaviour. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Right, we will commence murder of the crab after a small BRB. return. Oh no, do you mean I'm gonna have to actually learn to play this game soon? That's terrible.
막아내지 못하리.
So 5:30.
깔끔한
That
헤드샷.
wall.
그렇게 시원하게
Even with my super duper meta units and 2 supports.
덜 답답한 놈이지.
힘 조절이
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 단테. 적합한 조치였습니다.
튼튼어.
Hello, Noko-chan, welcome.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
I'm mad that I don't really have a goodish. We're gonna have to rely on a support Ishmael, really. I don't really have a good Ishmael ID, and it's gonna make me use Ishmael for the next chapter, so like. And I don't really want to roll for one right now because
피워보지.
I don't think there's a good banner with there in either because it's the Lamachaland group, which I kind of want to roll for because Loki, I want Princess and Lamachaland real bad. But at the same time, I kind of don't want those. I feel like the title Blood Fiends of Lamachaland is something of a spoiler that I didn't want to know, but now I know anyway. Yes, and we'll purchase actors around the corner, so we're just gonna have to rely on support Ishmaels, I think. It's the only way we're gonna survive. I read a fun fact the other day. IRL Dante,
점만 노린다.
Alighieri, actually had a son named
깔끔한
Giovanni.
헤드샷.
The same
머리통에
name as
적살났다고.
Nezark's name before getting Cephied. Oh, that's fun.
최선의 방어를.
So do we think Nettie is Dante's son? Yeah, and while Pete's around the corner, and we need those magical girls in our lives. Why? We just do. We have plenty of IDs, but Magical Girl Dawn. I don't have a really good good Dawn yet, so Magical Girl Dawn is what we need in our lives. It's important. But no, I might have to do some research after this as to. Did I still only bring 1 support? I thought I could bring 2 supports. Maybe not. Anyway,
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리. 이제
Nettie did mention he was an orphan left at an orphanage. Yeah, I mean, why not? Do you think real Dante has green hair then?
다시 못 살게
Do you think he
구는
looks like
없을
Nettie?
것이오.
Dante, pay your child support!
깔끔한 헤드샷.
It's fine, his child is dead and is on a second life. He doesn't have to pay child support for that anymore, right?
사격 개시.
What ish do I have? I'll show you in a bit. I don't have any 3-star issues.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통에 적살났다고.
I know I have sloshing ish. I can't remember. I should have gone for titty-ish when she was out. I kind of regret not rolling for
움직임이
titty-ish.
어설퍼요.
I mean, if you bring 2 level 55 meta supports, you may be able to win rate. Maybe. Let's see how long I can survive on the win rate before I have to like look up a YouTube video of Limbus Company for dummies. Cause I mean, but it's okay, Phantom. You can space out. That's okay. You chill out, bro. Whatever you want to do to relax, I'm happy. You don't have to be
막아내지 못하리.
fully engaged. You can learn. You can vibe. Everyone has she Ishmael and she's okay, but she is great. The king is
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
kick the crab's butt. Yeah, I'll just need to have a look in a minute, and we'll see if there's any that may be worth investing in. Cause it's nice to be able to use my own and not completely rely on you guys. I want this one. I want this Ishmael quite badly. We be rupturing.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고
That's a little
있겠습니다.
Only a
단테.
little. Look at her! Look at Saber! I mean Ishmael. I mean Saber.
타겟 포착 1시 방향.
Ponytail Ishmael is a vibe. I love when Ishmael has a different haircut or hairstyle. And they do a lot with it. It's quite fun.
Huh?
With a big sword. What is a funny, Phantom? Give me the funny. Hello, hey, Shopak, Mal, Branch, Adept, Faust. Welcome. You've been a wonderful, wonderful unit for me. I really appreciate you coming home. Here you are. Yeah. Hey, Shopak, Mal, Branch, Adept, Faust. Yes.
받아볼 텐가.
Nightmail is amazing. I do want. I just love the aesthetic. She's so cool. Oh, that's true. It does blunt, not slash. That's wonderful. You need 3 pride resonance for Heathcliff to be reloaded by Sinclair. Ah, okay. So I need to be doing some specific shit for that to happen. Boo. I can't just win rate unlimited Heathcliff. That's a shame. Fast is glad to be a service to Manager Rose. Yeah. We got a red rose. Slightly pink. According to Virgilus, the people at the boatworks have been saving up for a trip back to V Corp's back streets, where the fixer office used to be. After experiencing a warp train malfunction, they apparently decided they'd rather take the car. Fair! Absolutely fair! I considered telling them the truth I learned from a number of identities, but I figured ignorance is bliss and kept my figurative mouth shut. Maybe I feared that the things I said could bring bad results again. You know, the less people know about the warp trains, the better, because I imagine they're not very happy with that kind of information going out. And I don't want to know what W Corp, like the assassins W Corp will send out after you if you speak too much. Yeah, I don't think we know anything about V Corp either. V Corp must be a little British then too. I thought T Corp was British. Like how Ishmael has fallen out with me.
자, 걸려라.
Come on, get working.
걸렸다, 걸렸어.
It still looks like a feckin' train, and I hate that it's been anything but a fucking train. This manager is somewhat addicted to using win rate and does not know much about actual gameplay. Actual gameplay things. But she will be forced to learn soon. And when I do, I will learn the spam of skill 3. Because that sounds very good. They must have been so afraid. Luckily they weren't afraid, they left.
이걸로
Oh, looks like our job's done.
마침 밀물 때네요.
And lucky
지금
you, the
출발하실 수 있을
tide's
겁니다.
in. You should be able to set off now. Win rating managers when EDM starts to play. Maybe not today, Miss Faust. But if you come back probably in the next few streams, you may be able to explain then when I will use the actual gameplay. I will learn. I still have the dunce cap from Ruiner, don't you worry. We have it ready.
보트 형태로 전환.
Now then, switch to boat mode. Ah, now it does actually look like a boat. Ooh, it transformed thusly then.
이 차량을 설계한 분이 존경스럽네요.
I've got to
사실
say,
저도 듣기만
I
들었지.
have a
실제로
great
이렇게 작동하는
admiration
건
for
처음
whoever
봐서.
designed this vehicle. I heard stories of it, but to see it in motion firsthand.
아마 이 차량의
If
핵심만
you tried,
건조하면
it could
다른
most
형태로도
certainly
충분히
change into
바뀔 수
other
있을걸요?
forms as long as the core is intact.
어떻게
So we could
이런
get a
코어가
flying
존재할 수
one.
있는 거죠?
How
정말
can such a core be real? I'm
대단하다는
just
말밖에는 나오지가
amazed.
않네요.
For lack of a better
네.
term.
파우스트는 대단합니다.
Faust is amazing. Yes, you are Faust.
자, 그럼 다들 탑승하세요. 물가에 가서 배로 다시 전환하면
No
될 거예요.
pressure, Faust. I know you're a busy lady. I appreciate you coming whenever you have time to spare for a lowly manager such as myself. Alright, now get in your vehicle. You can switch the mode again once you're in the water. Bye! Soon we should have some. Oh, we could have a mecha. That's true. That's so true. Mecha Mistopheles. Faust thinks Mephi can can sprout wings, like co-worker Yisang has. Oh, that would be so cool. Fly, little Mephi, do 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 into the sky. My relationship with Ishmael was still precarious, which was something I still wasn't sure what to do about. But since some of the sinners were also trying to be supportive towards Ishmael, I decided that it would be best if I tried to come up with a solution in the meantime. Maybe I'll find out more the further we get from the shores of the Great Lake.
잘 나아가네요.
Sailing alright.
그럼 우리 이제 돈 받아서
Does
외식을
that
할
mean
수
we can
있는
get
거야?
paid to go out for a meal now?
돈이라면 아까 받았어요.
Well, actually,
계약
we
이행
got our money
완료하자마자
a minute
재배지
ago.
협회에서 보낸
As
배송
soon as
전문
we
해결사가
filled our end of
오시더니
the contract,
바로
a
잔금을
delivery fixer
치러주시던데요.
from Davat Association came by and paid us the remainder.
오, 생각보다
Ooh,
어마어마한
our
회사였는데.
contract turned out to be a pretty big deal, huh?
좋아.
Hot
잔뜩
damn!
벌었으니
Now that's a
우리 그렇게
catch!
말고 오랜만에
How could we
돼지고기
take
어때?
a break from this?
삼겹살로.
How about we take a break from these trash caps and splurge for some pork? Pork belly barbecue.
좋죠, 누님.
Sounds good, Big Sis. By the way, Mika.
네?
Yeah?
이번 개조 목록에
When
잠수
did we add
기능도
submersible
있었어?
mode to the modifications?
그럴 리가요?
We didn't.
저거 기우는 것 같은데.
The ship looks like it's listing.
야!
Oh no! Oi! Get out of the water! Quick!
양동이.
Buckets!
양동이를
Where are the buckets?
구멍을 찾았어. 이곳에.
I have found a hole. This must be
관.
TD.
출발할게. 보글보글.
We're off. Glub glub. I didn't even get that far! Oh no! No, yeah, I imagine flight must be a taboo if they had. Otherwise, someone would have done it by now. Maybe it got concept incinerated. Maybe flying, like the concept of flying vehicles got concept incinerated at some point. I don't think the flying things are taboo.
구명부터
I think they got
꺼내올게.
concept incinerated. I think that explains why no one's done it. Yeah, Virgil's done nothing. He's just sat there and gone, I'll get the lifeboat. I guess we should also prepare to pony up penalty fees.
좋았고.
Yeah, we're so screwed. Thank you for the laughs, game. I needed it. It was all getting a bit too serious. Finn! That's the whole interval! With our frantic frantic attempts to drain the bus and Sharon's skillful rowing, we managed to get back to the boatworks and have the bus repaired. With that, our voyage on the Great Lake began somehow in earnest. We got there eventually.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을
Is
수
that what
있을
the
줄
boss
알았냐?
music that was called?
저놈들
Crab, oh
무기까지
crab,
들어서
oh so
철수하다가.
crab. Oh, that's wonderful. He just glares the water away. He glares and the sea parts like Moses. Oh, we got some minis! Oh, heck yeah. The evil defining. But first, minis though. Yeah, Charon probably didn't want to let them row the boat. We enter the rooms past the back door. Sure, why not? Sounds great. Let's go. Even if it was kind of terrifying back there last time. I hereby confirm today's close of business for the sinners. Whether we're riding the bus through a forest or navigating the bus boat over a vast lake, our daily routine changes very little.
감사합니다.
Thank you kindly. Starting
변동
now,
가능성을
you will be
가진
given a
최대
maximum of
12시간의
12 hours
수면 및
to partake
휴식을
in sleep
시작합니다.
and rest. The
좋은 밤
duration
되시게.
is subject to change. Have a good night. That's true. Charon's probably happier on the sea than she is on the road. The usual hubbub followed by the usual leisurely idleness. I guess I'm not the only one starting to enjoy these normal routine days. It wasn't by our choice though. By now I thought we'd be sailing vigorously across the waters toward the Lobotomy Corp branch located somewhere within U-Corp. But here we are, unable to leave the coastal side of the Great Lake, dawdling and twiddling our thumbs. Well, it's not like there's been an accident. While Faust didn't elaborate, she explained that we had to wait for now. If I were to hazard a guess, we were waiting here to complete some kind of entry procedure, like we did at K-Corp. Either that, or we're waiting for someone, probably the Before team, to get in touch with us. Which brings us here, surrounded by nothing but endless water. Endless water. The sinners chattered about inane subjects before complaining about this immense boredom. But deep down, we were all exhausted from the unending onslaught of physically and emotionally draining happenings. Deep down, we all knew these leisurely days would not last. So we each elected to enjoy this brief maritime respite in our own ways. Oh, we actually get to see on deck!
자네 정말 괜찮은
If
거지?
thou needest mine assistance,
수없이
I
말했으나
have
또
repeatedly
한번 대답하자면
made myself clear. The devs are busy, Dante. We must wait.
나는
I am
괜찮소.
quite alright. Is Yi-sang seasick?
속에 있는 것을 자꾸만
Thy
흡수해서
countenance,
되돌려주는데 그게
returning
어떻게 괜찮단
the
말이오?
contents within thine stomach to the lake with such vigor, saith otherwise. Except for Yi-sang, who had a surprisingly low tolerance for seasickness because he's a cat. Cats don't like water. This voyage was proving to be rather uneventful. Yi-sang, the day's over. You can go back to your room now. Oh,
드디어
I
벗어날
shall
수 있는
finally be
것인가?
freed from this suffering. Seriously, I told you that you could rest in your room if you wanted.
벗들 또한 고충이
Our fellows must have also
있어.
have their share of suffering.
나
I
혼자 그리
cannot, in
하겠는가?
good faith, seek comfort only for myself. You're the only one. You're the one with the biggest share of suffering right now. While I wish that he'd be more reasonable with himself, I could see where he was coming from. I thought better of it than to try convince him otherwise. I instead chose to help Yi-sang to his room. Yi-sang hates water because he's a cat!
그럼 조금 있다.
Faust has now found you have a Twitch. Faust now follows you. Thank you for the follow, Faust. I do in fact stream on both YouTube and Twitch, so whichever you prefer, I am there. This is pre-Kanto Yi-sang suffering. Thank you, Dante, then until later. I waved at him and watched until he stumbled into his room and closed the door behind him.
관리자나리. 그럼 본인도 먼저 휴식을 취하겠네.
This is the second reference to the Infinite Hallway. We've already had to have the magical adventure of Faust and Dante saving Heathcliff from the magical hallway. So this is the second time. Then I shall seek myself respite as well, Manager Esquire. Yep, rest well. Don Quixote walked into the same door that Yi-sang had walked into. I could get a blurry glimpse into her room over her shoulder. I couldn't get a good look at it, but it was certainly not the same room Yi-sang had walked into. Yay! Thank you for the follow, Thesis. Appreciate it. The magical hallway adventure where Heathcliff was almost lost forever. Yes, that one. I see these doors every day, but I still don't get it. I should probably be used to this by now, but it's still pretty fascinating how the rooms changed based on who opened the doors. I turned, leaving their shut door behind, ready to return to my room. There's a door immediately to the right side of that corridor. Of the corridor we're not allowed to cross. Within that door is a space somewhat different from the sinner's rooms. In there were the wooden door to my room and the metal door leading to the mirror dungeons. The doors leading to the Luxovation dungeons and the recently opened door to the Refraction Railway also come into view. No new doors yet. No new side quests. No new events. For no reason in particular, I creak those doors open and take a quick peek inside to see if anything changed. Opening the menus. Well, I've never actually managed to catch any changes myself, but who knows? Maybe I'll notice something worth keeping to myself. Every mechanic is canon! Which I should probably report to Faust. Cha-ching! Something must have caught wind of my rather mischievous thought. An ear-splitting siren blares all the way here from the other end of the bus.
또 뭐야?
Blimey, what the hell is that? Oh boy, this again?
그거지.
M.E. Kill the volume. I spun around to face the other side of the corridor. The sinners, alarmed by the noise, were, one by one, peeking out of their rooms. They were used to this siren by now, but that didn't change the unpleasant fact that their sweet private hours were disturbed.
마침 잘 되었네요.
Well met, Dante.
함께
Let us
확인하러
observe
가시죠.
this disturbance together. Okay. I accompanied Faust to the helm. She fiddled with a few buttons, then shut off the alarm. Incomprehensible, complicated-looking letters began to fill the round screen. Is that a new room?
아무리 파우스트더라도
Even
해독할
Faust
수 있는
needs a
시간
moment to
정도는
decipher.
다소
Have I
필요로
unlocked
한답니다.
something? Right. The siren always comes without warning. And with it appears the mirror dungeons, the Luxovation dungeons, the refraction railways. I don't know if it's relevant, but I didn't see anything that would indicate activity when I checked the railway door earlier.
그쪽은 아닐 확률이 제일 높죠.
It's unlike anything. It's unlikely that anything new would appear from that entrance.
아직 2호선으로 가는 문의
I
불도
find it
꺼지지
difficult to
않았는데
believe that the next line would
그렇게 빠른
arrive
시기에
so
올
soon,
거라고는
when the
생각하기
glow
어렵네요.
of the door leading to line 2 has yet to go out. I guess you're right. The first railway really took me by surprise when it appeared. A new door appeared before us, its edges shimmering with a blue glow. When we entered it, a mysterious vehicle was just sitting there waiting for us. Its appearance somewhat resembled that of Mephistopheles, but it was also patently clear that I'd never seen anything like it before. An odd feeling.
철도를 처음
Faust getting the
마주했을 때의
developer
기억이
notes. Correct.
강렬한가 보군요, 단테.
I see this is your first encounter with the train that has left a strong impression, Dante.
하긴 파우스트가
Well,
내부를
I
확인하려고
recall that
진입했을
you had a
때
rather violent reaction
격렬한
when we
반응을
entered the
보이시기도
train to
하고요.
observe its interiors. Come on, I wasn't the only one who freaked out. Everyone did. What if that thing left the station before the rest got on? Was what I wanted to say if Faust hadn't already turned around from the screen, to which her eyes had been metaphorically glued for a while, and walked away. This wasn't it then?
이번
No, this
변동성은
particular
저희가 사용할 법한 게
virality
아니네요.
is something we can utilize. Right, I thought it was an awkward time for a new door to appear. Too soon,
던전과
too
철도가
soon.
처음 나타난 시기도
The dungeons and the
시점이었습니다,
railways
단테.
appeared at
언제
awkward
새로운
times
뉴스가
as well,
관찰될지
Dante.
모르니
I recommend
섣부른
that you
고정관념은
refrain
피하는
from
걸
settling to
추천드립니다.
a premature conclusion. A new variable may present itself at any moment.
그리고
Moreover,
메피스토펠레스의 엔진이
if this
변동성을 감지해서 울리는 알람은
virality has
복도 어딘가에
triggered an
새롭게
alarm
드나들 문이
in
생겼다는
Mephistopheles'
의미이기도 합니다.
engine, then it naturally follows that a new door has appeared at an indeterminate location down the corridor.
들어섰다가는 정말
This may
되돌릴 수도
reveal
없는
a
공간이 열릴
space
수도
from
있으니
which one could never
확실하게
return.
파악해둬야겠죠.
It's best we keep track of these incidents. Even Heathcliff won't do anything like that again. Probably.
섣부른 고정관념은
Maybe. As per my last advice to you, a premature conclusion is... Yeah. Volatility.
아무튼 당장에는 큰 문제가 없으니
Regardless, no
남은 휴게
serious
시간을
issues
즐기는
have
편이
been detected at
합당하다는
this
생각이
moment.
드네요.
It would be most apt that we enjoy our remaining rest
먼저
period.
들어가겠습니다.
Now, if you will excuse
편하게
me,
쉬세요,
rest well,
단테.
Dante. With those as her parting words, Faust disappeared into her room in her usual manner. Volatility. 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 Oh! Sometimes I know the word, but I don't recognize it written down, and I don't know where the lines in my head just get crossed somewhere. Volatility. Brain. Left alone again. On this boat. I looked at the numerous letters displayed on the screen. Numbers, unintelligible letters, drawings and symbols deciphering something. Volatility. Brainy Rose Smith has no brain. Only like half brain. I had to shake my clock head after staring at the dizzying sight for a while. I wonder if this is how Yi Sang felt earlier. I'm starting to feel nauseous. I was barely able to hold back the vertigo from setting in. Time to saunter back to my room. Let's turn in early tonight. Yeah, that's fair. We got a new thing. New door. New door. We only have about 10 minutes left. So I want to check. Yay! The notes have updated! Fudge, yes. Okay, we got quite a bit to read, actually. Oh no, we have a lot. That makes me feel a lot better, JCP Way. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Lord, did he do? No, if there's a lot of notes, then we'll read the notes next time. And then we have the other mini. The first Walpy night? So I'll get lore on what Walpy is. I'll purge a snacked.
야밤의 달빛과 함께
Yeah,
사라지는
I think we might be ending the stream here for now then. We will be back next week with some more Limbus Company. Yay, stuff. But for now, that is all I have for you. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, anyone who lurked. Thank you, anyone who watched the VOD. I really appreciate you coming and hope you enjoyed my content, no matter which way you decided to do it. Herbert Dubster, thank you so much for coming. Next Walpy with Queen of Hatred Dawn, Knight of Despair Heathcliff. Have we confirmed that? Is that real? If so, that's wonderful. Heathcliff would make a wonderful Despair. Oh my god, I need it in my life. Ugh. But anyway, like I said, thank you so. No, might be. I like the idea though. I want that. I would like that a lot. If you have not already, I would also highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the channel, subscribe to the channel, that would be lovely. And if you're on Twitch and you have not already, please consider giving that a follow as well. I also have a Discord that you can join if you would like. And if you've done all those things and you're like, wow, she's really good and I have some spare money, and giving my VTuber this money would not impact me negatively in any way, and it is in fact just spare income that like doesn't hurt me to give out, and I have looked after myself properly before giving it to my VTuber, then you can do it in many ways. I have released an audiobook. I have books. If you go into Kindle, search Bryony Rose Smith, you will find a book, audiobook that I've narrated. You can go onto Amazon, search Bryony Rose Smith, and you will find 4 books, a short story and a short story collection written by me. And other things you can do is you can get YouTube membership, where you get emotes, exclusive stream, Discord channel, merch discounts. There is the Patreon, where you get short stories, exclusive streams, merch discounts, and free books. There is my merch store, where you get ebooks, first edition copies of books I've written, notebook, pillow, crochet potato, stickers, and there are other crochet goods on Etsy for Bryony Rose Crafts, including a very cute, totally not Kirby crochet keyring that you should all check out. And last but not least, if you like my emotes, you can commission me to draw some on Kofi. But that, I believe, is all. Once more, thank you so much everyone for coming. I will see you guys guaranteed on Sunday. I got Assassin's Creed Odyssey working, so I want to do some streams on the Discovery Tour so we can learn about Greece, and it'll be fun. Those will be guerrilla streams at some point, cannot be guaranteed. Probably not this week, so I will be back on Sunday and we will just read more about Pompeii instead. That'll be great. You want to learn about some buildings? Yeah! Until then, thank you so much everyone for coming. Assassin's Creed Pompeii when? It might have Pompeii in it somewhere. But that'd be fun. We've at least got the time period with Odyssey, which is why I picked it. But I had to play with it today. It's really fun, actually. I really want to play it. I really just want to run around the map and learn things. Yes! Education! Yeah, and get distracted. I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bryony Rose Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Goodbye!